In this video, we discuss why and how first-time buyers and sellers can plan to compete in 2022. All that and way more. Stay tuned because we're starting right now. Listen, I'm in the people business. I just happen to help them sell and buy amazing properties. I've dedicated my life to making your real estate dreams a reality. I bring the very best marketing and industry strategies to help achieve the goals of my clients, friends, and family. Welcome to the channel. Hey YouTube, what's going on today? Today we're serving up some home buyer tips and insights as to how the market is currently, how it's changing, and what top real estate agents believe will happen in 2022, and how you can devise a plan to compete for the upcoming year. There's no doubt about it. The real estate market has been bananas in 2021. However, if you didn't quite pull the trigger this year, and you're thinking about buying or selling or even both next year, you probably want to know what to expect. As of November, fixed mortgage rates for 30-year terms was just under 3%, which actually means they have gone down since the end of September. That's great news, but the real question is, will prices remain to be this low and for how long? Top real estate agents have this to say about the market for you first-time home buyers and how to compete in the future. It is believed that gains in the market will continue across the U.S. in 2022. This will unfold especially as people become more comfortable returning back to the big cities. The market has experienced an increase of over 30% this past year. As of late, market values are still at an increase over 15% over that. All this means is that home appreciation values are beginning to slow down. Fannie Mae predicts a 7.4% appreciation for 2022, while the National Association of Realtors predicts a 2.8% appreciation for existing homes, which is considered normal. They also predict a 4.4% appreciation for new homes. The bottom line is home values are not expected to depreciate, but merely slow down to more normal numbers. And if you're curious about if you should buy in the spring or wait, check out this video on how home payments and affordability changes as interest rates and home prices move. Check that out by clicking up here on the card. With appreciation beginning to slow down, what does this mean for mortgage rates? This means mortgage rates could rise some, but it's still a very good time to buy for buyers. It's predicted the rise in mortgage rates is expected to be fairly minimal at first, and overall rates will still remain historically low. Buyer demand, however, is still expected to stay very strong. The market is expected to cool compared to 2021, but it will still be very active. What this means for buyers is that there will be more wiggle room for home buyers, and for home owners that want to sell, they will be able to leave the closing table with a large profit, and buyers still have amazing affordability due to still low interest rates. For first-time buyers that were unable to purchase in 21, they are now back in contention for 22, where prices will begin to cool, but rates are still extremely favorable for first-timers. Now, there's a lot of doom and gloom on the news about the upcoming market for 2022. It is critical to know this housing market is nothing like the crisis of 2008. It will not crash. The pieces are nowhere near the same configuration to make a real estate crash happen. Hey, what's going on? My name is Vasilios and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here and you want to get the latest actionable tips from a local realtor that'll actually save you time, save you money, and result in a smooth real estate deal, start now by subscribing and clicking that bell notification so you don't miss anything. And if you like the video, then like the video. Now, back to it. Because home prices will dip down a touch, this means buyers will likely be able to get more for their money in the upcoming year. Home price increases have decelerated in the last 6 months of 21. The listing price growth slipped from a peak of 70% in April to just 8% in October. Sales prices are adjusting to normalcy, just not at a super rapid rate, but the slowdown in price is expected to continue. Inventory will likely still be pretty low, and this trend will continue into 2022. Expect a competitive market with multiple offers on most of the properties that you're interested in. However, bidding wars will not be as contentious as they were in the past. With a continued lack of inventory combined with a foreseeable increase in supply of homes for sale due to foreclosures and evictions, this may help even out inventory in the buyer's favor. It's expected that as the year goes on, the availability of homes will likely increase slowly, but we will still be far from pre-pandemic inventory levels. What can you do to compete for the 2022 market? Let's look at a few stats that are, eyebrow-raising. Consumers were polled in the spring and the fall of 2021, and there are some glaring differences in the answers after just a few months. These are the most notables. Polled individuals were asked, would you make an offer within 48 hours of seeing a home? In the spring, that metric was 0%. However, in the fall, having gone through all the trials and tribulations of the market, this percentage skyrocketed up to 22%. Next, consumers were asked if they would actually go over their budgets. 0% of consumers polled in the spring said no, but that also rose to 22% in the fall. Only 9% polled in the spring would forego contingencies like inspections and appraisals to make a deal happen. That number dropped in the fall to 7%. This shows us that the market is slowly returning to normalcy. Next, 0% of consumers in the spring would compete in a bidding war. That number rose to 8% in the fall. Lastly, and perhaps the most telling, 0% of consumers polled in the spring would make an offer on a home sight unseen. However, 13% in the fall stated that they would consider this. Just wild. So as you devise a plan to compete in 2022, keep in mind that the buyers have changed their conventional thinking considerably. The preceding stats tell us as buyers we need to move quickly. Consider going over your budget if that home is perfect for you. You can also rest a little easier knowing that you won't have to forego contingencies such as inspections and appraisals as often to make a deal happen. You will most likely have to compete in some form of bidding war, but with just not as many fending buyers. And for some of you, you may want to consider making an offer on a home sight unseen if you're comfortable with this tactic. If you're a first-time home buyer, or if you're interested in buying in 2022 and you need to devise a plan, you should really start now. Begin speaking with your favorite real estate agent and either get your home ready to sell and list for the spring or begin the search process and ready yourself for purchase now. I just so happen to know someone that might be able to help you out with these. Phone number and email in the description below. Thank you and Merry Christmas. Hey guys, if there is anything in the world that you want to talk about or have a question, reach out anytime. Let me treat you to coffee. No obligation, really. 508-821-8835. It could be about the weather, cars, real estate, racing, whatever. Now, if you like this video, then check out these at the top of your screen. And if you need a guy like me, I have a guy like me's info in the description below. If you think this video can help out a friend or family member, please consider sharing. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.